All right, welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And we record this on Saturday, July 11th at 3:51 p.m. Pacific time.
Wow, that's only 40 minutes after, 30 minutes after the last video.
I know, right?
Last video was at 3:20.
We crank these things out. So if things change, don't hammer us too hard. We're reading on events multiple days.
We have a real narrow window where we're reading the energy on this.
Yeah, when you think about it, 40 minutes of video here, and we do 7 videos a week. You do 280 minutes. That's practically 5 hours of reading to be next to each other and not kill each other by the time we're done.
Yes.
This reading is going to be going up a Wednesday morning, which is the day of Biden's scheduled farewell speech.
Farewell, USA.
Yes. And we're going to look at the energy.
Farewell, democracy speech.
We're going to look at the energy of Biden's farewell to democracy speech.
Yes.
And then I want to look at. We'll see if anything comes up with that reading. But then the follow up is, because no good conspiracy should die on Biden's farewell speech. Is this a setup or is this legit? Now, the reason why I talk about setups versus legit is that since the election, the Democrats have rolled over really, really quickly.
God.
But the messaging is always the same. And I always liken it to like an adult trying to teach a child how to lose a board game the right way. Oh, you won, I lost. When we lose, we accept the loss and we carry on. We don't have tantrums or try and burn down the country. And then when they were talking about, well, you're going to challenge the election? Nobody challenged the election results. And when the electoral count, we're not going to challenge the electoral results. Even though there's, for those of us who've seen some data, man, that looks like there's some shenanigans going on out there. And a lot of other countries have had their elections manipulated. And ours sure looks like it got manipulated too. But the Democrats keep staying on message. Hakeem Jeffries, I think it's like, when they're voting, it's like, we're the party that accepts the election results type thing. With Mike Johnson, when Mike Johnson got put in as the Speaker of the House. And it's to me, it's minutia, but to me it's got a vibe of, again, a parent trying to talk with a toddler or a very immature person about losing graciously. Biden's farewell speech will be about losing graciously. And then if something happens where he doesn't leave power and Trump is actually shown to have lost, will the folks that supported Trump be able to lose graciously? Because the Democrats can say, oh, darn, we thought we lost. Look how gracious we were in our loss. You guys should be gracious too. Yeah, I know, right? Hilarious. But
okay, so I'm going to counter-argue that just slightly, only slightly. As many are aware, we had some pretty nasty fires going on in Southern California. That's about 400 miles south of us.
I don't know how you're going to connect these two, but okay.
Keep going. It's a tragic occurrence. People, a whole city got basically annihilated. Thousands of structures are gone. People lost everything. All right. And
that insurance will cover.
Yeah. And there's like a 1-year moratorium where they won't let State Farm cancel your policy.
Yeah.
That's coming next.
After that year, forget it.
Yeah. So, but my wife and I were watching the coverage, and we were watching live coverage, and they had a live comment feed going on the side of the thing. And the amount of vitriol and
vile and non-compassionate,
lack of compassion, just nastiness coming from the pro-MAGA set. This is because California is too woke. You notice none of the red counties burned. This is what happens.
Inland.
This is what happens when you have DEI. It's just all this crap, and it's just like, there's people trying to push back, saying, stop making this political. And even Trump's like, insinuating that Gavin Newsom had some magical spigot that he could turn on and all the water pressure would return to the fire hydrants so that the fires could be put out. Yeah, it's just like the nastiness and vitriol that was coming through the comments section. And so where I'm going with it is you could have the calm parent telling you this is how you act when you lose, but if you've got the immature 7-year-old that's got the hair trigger, and as soon as they lose, the cards fly up in the air and the
did I ever say for a minute that this was gonna work?
Yeah, well, to me it's like,
I don't know why you would think that.
Yeah,
but it's modeling. Okay, show your hands. How many parents are out there? How many parents had kids that if you told them one time to do something a certain way, they did it that way perfectly from that point on? That would be no one. It has to be a constant message that's beat into them because it doesn't fit their most basic lizard brain instincts.
Jack was pretty good about that.
Well,
sometimes you get a good one. Yeah. But anyways, please. That was just my little filler for that. Is that don't hold your breath.
All right, let's look at Biden's farewell speech and see how things are going with that. This is for entertainment purposes only. It's the end. It's the end in the end. Oh, no, it's bringing it all crashing down. Knight of Swords. How interesting. The best of America. You know, I'm almost like the speech gets canceled at the last minute. Do not be surprised if this speech is canceled at the last minute.
That's interesting.
There was an attack. We have to respond quickly. NATO type thing. So I didn't want to jump straight into the conspiracy theory.
Looks like we're going to lead with the conspiracy theory.
But it's just saying, if we leave the conspiracy theory out, it's all good things, including democracies, come to an end, and change can come really quickly. How do we react? This is the storm. This is the calm after the storm. The election results, and upon reflection, Queen of Pentacles, Homeland Security. God, the things that are a value of the United States.
Yeah, taking care of your democracy.
The country is going to proceed on. This is just one of those life lessons we're going to learn on here. We have to look at it and proceed with our values because we're on a new path. If we were, and I'm stealing both readings here, but if this thing gets canceled because something of an emergency happens here that impacts the United States and its allies, its Homeland Security is aware of it. This could be, tanks and wars and things along those lines for an ongoing conflict. We have to honor our commitments. We said we were going to do something. When you plant the bush, you have to maintain it. If you have treaties, you have to maintain it.
Honor.
Folks going off. We're on a new path, something we've never had to do before in this country. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal both of them.
Well, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
So let me take a look at what you got here.
No, these are all my cards.
Okay, so we're talking about the farewell speech. Okay.
I'm going to pause for a second while I'll let you come up with your story.
I think I just it's just like, okay, the tower. Okay, is this
it could be things happening quickly. It could be the end of structures. And
it's
ways of doing things.
The foundation of the election integrity.
Hey, by the way,
is compromised.
I thought I paused. We're still going.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. We're still going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep going.
We'll pretend like nobody's listening.
Yeah. No. What I'm looking here is.
By the way, we don't normally do this. It's just that sometimes these readings go on for 20 minutes when they only really need to go on to 15. So it's like, okay, come on, let's see if we can speed up, but apparently not. Apparently,
no,
you're going to be in on the thought process.
You're getting the Gary stream of consciousness here, because what struck me was the first two cards. You've got the Tower, and then you've got the Knight of Swords charging forth. The Tower. Once again, it's supposed to be about Biden's address to the nation, his goodbye speech, but it's kind of like it's the foundation of our democracy is getting ready to come down, and it's happening quickly. Or there's something there's something foundational that's coming down. It's happening quickly, and it's the best of America is going to start shining forth. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. It's about taking care of things. It's about nurturing and being careful and kind about things. The Chariot, things moving forward. You're not going to be able to stop it. It's moving forward. This could be
low energy. This could be out of control moving forward too.
I think what this is,
which would line up with that.
What I think this is this goodbye address is basically acknowledging that the man whose brain is going away is coming in. There's nothing we can do to stop it. You know, we try to take care of the election. We try to give good messaging to the American public about let me help you buy your first house versus they're eating the dogs and the cats. Apparently eating dogs and cats is a better political message. The results of this election are going forward. There's nothing we can do to stop it at this point. How the world and how Trump's going to handle this is a wheel of fortune. Anything can happen at this point. The lesson to be learned is you reap what you sow, and we're going to be starting a new journey. So if I'm not going down the conspiracy path, it's just basically Biden acknowledging that, yeah, you know what? The crazy man won.
And we accept it.
And there's nothing we can do to stop it.
We take it in the shorts with the best of them.
Yeah, you know, it's as many people have reminded me in the comments, it's like the 2000 election with Gore and Bush and the whole state of Florida and hanging Chads.
And Roger Stone basically pressuring the courts to stop the count so that Gore couldn't win.
Yeah, and the Democrats rolling over.
Part of God's ineffable plan.
Thank you.
I have a message for God in his ineffable plan.
I was sitting next to Michael Cohen there for a second.
Jesus.
Okay, so are the Democrats going to roll over?
They're damn lucky I'm not in charge of this.
Yeah.
This universe here.
All right.
Got opinions.
Okay.
I would not be a kind God.
Okay. Are the Democrats going to roll?
You're the first to get smited.
Okay.
I smote you.
Why are you smiting me? I voted for Kamala Harris.
Hey, I'm because you're sitting next to me. You deserve to be smited.
Okay, so are the Democrats going to roll over? Is this basically Biden's going to be the good boy and just do his goodbye speech and there's no surprises? Foundation of the Hermit, finding that path forward, taking everything one step at a time. The Challenge, the Knight of Pentacles, sitting back, observing things, making an offer, just having a thing of value to bring forth, but you're not bringing it forth right now. You're just going to sit there and observe. Underneath it is the Seven of Swords, the stealing of the election, that things were not right, stuff happened that shouldn't have been happening because we were asleep. It's like they know something's up, but are they going to do something about it? Ooh, I've got a reverse. Okay, I must have effed up when I shuffled. So I got a reverse. Queen of Wands, which is normally, let's get really busy and do something. The opposite is, we should have been busy doing something, but we didn't do anything. We did not work hard and behind the scenes and get stuff done. Queen of Swords, we know what you did. You did what you did. Apparently, you didn't do anything, and you should have been doing stuff. And that's what happens when you're not doing stuff. There's my trump card. Overarching energy is because if you don't do stuff, people who take advantage of the situation can come out on top. This is the overarching energy. Trump is there. He's not going away. Lesson to be learned is the Four of Swords.
4 more years.
Yeah. Think about what it's going to be like for the 4 years. I think we might have Trump only for a short period of that time. The other period of time, something else may be happening here. But you had 4 years to kind of make this thing go away, and you took too long. It might have been you just thought too much and not acted enough.
Boy, got a Merrick Garland theme going on here.
And the outcome is an upside down 5 of Wands. So By not acting, you brought order. It's kind of like their motivation was they didn't want to create chaos.
Out of chaos comes order.
Blow it out your ass, Howard.
This just shows you that Mel Brooks in Blazing Saddles, you watch it enough, I can see an upside down thing out of chaos and order and immediately hit Gary with a line from Blazing Saddles and he knows the response.
Exactly.
I forget who it is that says out of chaos. He's like, somebody says out of chaos comes order.
Nietzsche.
Is it Nietzsche?
Nietzsche, I believe, was.
Yeah.
Nietzsche says. That was John. Oh, what was that? Aston. He played Higgins on Magnum P.I.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He owned the Johnson's.
John Hillerman.
John Hillerman. Thank you. Yeah. Nietzsche says, out of chaos comes order.
Everybody's named Howard. The whole Johnson family, Howard Johnson. Running joke. Okay, so, yeah.
Let me take this off the table.
Yeah, take that off
I'm going to put my
You-
cards in the upright position.
You Mr. The thing is, the deck is too... Actually, you should hold up your deck. Get all your cards on your deck together. I want to show a deck comparison here.
Yeah?
Just
hold them up?
Jesus Christ, dude. I can't communicate, and you would understand my non-communication. This is... looking at the deck thicknesses here, Gary's deck is a bit thicker, and he can't shuffle it. So he splits it into 3 decks,
Yes.
and if he reverses one of those 3 decks as he shuffles, then his cards end up upside down. And he hasn't mastered the art of an overhand shuffle.
No.
I shuffle to mix like 2 or 3 times, and then I just do an overhand shuffle the entire time he's talking. So it's mixing up the cards.
It's so rude. It's so distracting.
I'm going to do the rest of the reading like this to him.
I'm number 1. Thank you.
Yes,
You're the best friend a guy could ever have.
Anyway, 17 minutes into it. Will there be will there now be a term coined, the January surprise?
Oh, God.
We've had the October surprise. Is there now going to be something happening this year that will forever be known as the January surprise? Are we going to wag the dog, as it were?
Huh. Well, I'd be curious to see that.
For Carter. Wag the dog, January surprise type event. Queen of Wands. Actions being taken for conservatives who don't want to change. The mystery secrets that are behind it. The elections. Mother Russia, Ukraine type of thing. Secrets being involved. Secrets being kept involving the Republican Party. There's like a connection between Russia, Ukraine, secrets, the Republican Party, and either finances or money. It's not really answering my question. At least if it's answering it, I'm not seeing what the answer is. Okay. There's currently a war between Ukraine and Russia. And one of the things that Russia's been doing is paying vessels to drag their anchors behind them to destroy communication cables. Mm-hmm. And the question that folks have had is this an Article 5 thing? And NATO could very well decide that, yeah, it is. This is an Article 5 event. NATO declares Article 5, which means that all of NATO goes to war with Russia. I know that I was watching something on the Next Level Soul podcast, which basically talked about there's his 3 piles. Yeah. It's how things get mixed up in his deck.
I have like 3 piles in my mind that get mixed up in
that. If Trump were to get the presidency, you'd have like a World War III type event. And it could be that if NATO declares Article 5, then the U.S. is at war with Russia. And Now Biden's a wartime president, the wag the dog reference, and he doesn't step down even if Trump gets inaugurated. Trump does go in the White House and take control of the government until this issue has been resolved. And then that buys the administration more time to start getting the message of, look how Russia interfered with all these elections, and oh my God, look, when we looked at our election, we found the same thing. Oh no, type of thing. Or Trump gets in and this is all just a bunch of crap.
Okay, so Cynical Gary says it's just a bunch of crap.
What about Cyclical Gary?
Cyclical Gary
We'll come back to it.
Would come back to it in 10 minutes and say it's still a bunch of crap. However,
What would Elle say?
Elle would say I'm sleeping. No, she's still sleeping.
She got up and moved. Nobody cares about me. They only care about you and cats.
Somewhat optimistic Gary would look at that and say, well, that explains the tower card that we were just, the reading that we were just doing. What are you doing? You making everything brighter?
Yeah, see, I can do that on my computer.
Well, yours is obviously far superior than
It
mine.
is. Gary can't do that.
No, I can't. I just turned on the light. No, it just some of the cards start making sense if you want to go down that path. What are you doing?
I'm trying to see if she'll look up. People like to see cats.
Okay.
People on my channel like to see cats.
Well, you can pick her up and throw her in front of the camera if you wish.
I could.
So, I don't know. It's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible, but you'd be able to knock me over with a feather if the Democrats actually got off their butt and did something this time.
And if they did, would you change your mind about them and become a libtard with the rest of us?
I already told you, if Trump gets inaugurated, I'm switching political parties.
What if he doesn't get inaugurated? What if he doesn't take over the country? You're still going to be
I still have hope that the Republican Party can
But
be
at least
saved.
have like, wow, they showed some spine. There's a first.
Well, I'll certainly cheer it.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video and supporting our channel. We appreciate it.
Yeah, give a thumbs up if you like this. Subscribe if you want to be woken up every night at midnight with a new video.
Secret card. You just picked up the secret
I did pick up the secret card. It's
And-
right here.
Oh my God.
Leave a comment. I read them all, and I respond to many.
All right, and to sign off with this tradition, I don't know why it started, but here we go again.
Secret,
The
card is the Ace of Cups. Some brand new emotions, some strong emotions will be beginning around the 20th. And it could be one of two things. It could be because the Democrats rolled over yet again and the outrage comes from us and our audience, or it could be something happens and the outrage comes from the MAGA side.
They're always ready for outrage. Are they not the sorest winners you've ever seen in your life?
Lord, they're like the epitome of the worst in human being. You can't even be happy that you won. The happiness you derive from your victory is by making the other people feel bad that they lost.
Right.
You can't even enjoy that.
They don't. Now, here's the other thing as I play around with my computer stand, sorry. One of the things that strikes me with it is that, sore winners, they act like they lost. They're so used to being victims that when they win,
They can still be victims.
but it's like, but we won, but we still going to be victims. They could have won every state and won every vote, and they would still be victims. Somehow they'd figure out a way.
If they did that, that would embolden them more to say, see, that's because you're woke, and that's because you believe in DEI and all that other nonsense.
Can you imagine if there was one vote, it was unanimous except for one vote, they'd want to be hunting down that one person who voted against them.
They can't just be happy that their boy won.
Right.
They can enjoy that, but then the happiness can't be complete unless you're punching down at the person that came out on the short end. That's just how they're wired at this point.
It's their worst. The worst inclinations brought forward. Anyways, thanks again. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care.
Bye.